Welcome everyone to our global channeling practice. Today is November 2nd, 2023, and we are going to begin with some light language, and Wendy is going to get us started. Go ahead, Wendy, whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Ka ichikriya ma itukuru no oyana maka itaktaruyana na itutuyana na ichikit apohoyana hata iana haikatahuyana ma itutuyana ka atahta niurutu kuurutu iana mahata chikriya marata ichikriyana mara atagrinya diara nurutu uya pahayeta katadaira tutu iana nataka iana daka itukuyana mara to uru tu ira pahara tahira kahuyana mahara tuhu chikiriara pahara nya utuhura na tahira na rata pa itukuenya. They had more to say. I asked them to rap. I'm waiting for translation. Greetings, greetings, my dear ones, my brothers from another mother, my sisters who share the blessed energy and space in which I reside, in which you reside, in which we reside together within the collective of us. Although I am a guide to Wendy, I have not come through her within light language expression previously. Today, I decided would be the first. I am happy to be here. The energy is slightly different than it typically is, and so it's a beautiful opportunity for me to step forward. I offer my blessings to each of you. I thank you for your willingness to reach out to the beyond, to the energies around you, to the etheric nuances of who you are within the quote-unquote matrix. It is with joy that I ask each of you to stay within your hearts and continue the work that you're doing. You're on enlightened paths, one foot in front of the other, and you will be delighted at the upcoming markers that you have each set for yourselves individually and within your groups. We are excited to view from above, so to say, watching from our point of view. Our blessings to you. And we have rapped as she has asked. That's all I have. I'm kind of asking for a name, but it may come later. That's usually what ends up happening. It'll be like after the fact, I'll be like, oh, that's who that was.
Tia kronya haraka, tio gurinya harakiata, tio guri giata, onyaro giata roto, ori giata ratoroto, io gorotoroho, ia nyarakata, ia koroto, nyarakataha, ia horokototo, tia kronya harakara toroto, tio grota. That was from Father.
Are you getting a translation?
Just asking for one now. My beautiful children, it is a delight to see you once again in these intense gatherings where your intentions make such a difference in the universal ascension, whereby everybody can sense and feel what your intentions are. Keep up the good work, my darlings. Your love and energy is felt by all beings in the universe. You are getting stronger in your group collaborations. We lend our energies to these beautiful energy send-outs. And I thank you for your dedication. Much love to each of you. I am your Father, Mother God. Blessings.
Blessings.
Blessings. Thank you.
Beautiful. Toa sia kitia kaya tuya hisia kua hitia ya kitu kusika hitia kututa ya hitia ukua hisia ututa ya tia ya kia sukuta ya yatia kua hitia kutu ya sia hazia ya tukutia ya kia. There are many changes upon your planet now. Sukuta ya hiazia ya sia yuku tuku ya the floodgates are open. Sia ya kia tukuta ya our presence will become more and more known. We can no longer be kept hidden. More will know of our presence until it is common knowledge. That we are one amongst you. You are our galactic brothers and sisters. Part of the galactic community. We wish for you to rise up to meet us. You will be amongst the wayshowers. For others to connect with us. And not be afraid. For we have only love for the human collective. You will help spread the word. I am Yanor of the Galactic Dragon. Love from my dragon heart to yours. Blessings.
Blessings.
Wonderful. So, Maureen, do you feel ready to share your message from Edward?
Oh, he's always here.
Now, is he
It's like nothing.
Well, I was.
Is he your spirit guide, or can you tell us a little bit more about Edward?
No, he's not my spirit guide. He's an Arcturian.
Okay.
This is his first time on the planet, the Earth planet. He has been on many other planets, but he felt that he was ready to expand. And I didn't try very hard to bring anybody in. He was here. And the first time I met him, he had a silly outfit on. And I said, what are you dressed like that for? Well, I thought that's how Americans dressed. I was trying to impress you. I said, no, don't do that. So it took him a little while to understand the energy. And he's comes in, he's more than a shadow. He's not solid, but he's more than just a whip of smoke that comes by. And he gets stronger all the time. And he was out in my garden and I just heard the word Edward, and I go, what? You know how you go hear these voices in your head and you think,
Yes.
you're looking around wondering what's going on. So I did call someone who's very good at channeling, and she said, let him talk. So he just came in and started talking. He's been talking ever since. And then it wasn't long after that Yeshua came in. And I know that he talks to several people, but I think he says different things to different people all the time. So if you'd like to listen to Edward, he's right here.
Sure.
I'd love to.
What dimension is he? Has he shared that with you?
No, but I'm quite sure he's 6th, somewhere up there, because he just comes and goes, and I can feel his energy for me is very soft and very loving. I never feel overwhelmed. I never feel like I'm being pushed around. He comes into my space very, very easily, and I don't have to work at it. And he's very kind, and he'll tell you as it is. He doesn't mix words around, and that's what Peter liked about him. Some channelers, after they finish, you go, what'd they say? Because it's too involved. He's not involved. If you ask him a question, he will answer you. So you have to be prepared. Or he's not abrupt. He's not unkind. It's that he will tell you as it is. And I personally like that.
Yeah,
Me
that sounds
too.
great.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah,
he's
whenever
he's an Arcturian. And as I said, he's adapted to the earth very, very well. Very well.
So if he's in the 6th dimension, I mean, has he had a lifetime in a human body?
No, he has not.
But this is his first time interacting.
Yeah, this is
with
his first time right. And he wasn't quite sure. Well, it took him a while to adapt to our energy. I had to adapt to his energy, but not as much as he had to adapt to the earth energy and to mine. That's what took a little while. He's going, I don't get this. But pretty soon he learned, it takes a while to settle down and to learn how to do things. So I never asked him what dimension, but I never questioned it because I was very happy. I was very comfortable. But he can come and go as he wants.
Yeah, that's us always trying to, label for our own brain understanding. So, but we're super excited to have him here with you today. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and bring him in, that'd be awesome.
Okay, it doesn't take very long. I think he's always following me around everywhere.
More than likely, yes.
Yeah, okay. Oh, this is so nice to be able to talk to other people, other human beings that are very, very close to the energy of what is out there in the planet. More and more people are learning to hook into the energy of the planet and beyond. This is so exciting. I love to do this. I love to come through. I am teaching her to spread the energy to other people. Sometimes all you have to do is sit next to someone and just spread the love, and you have changed them. You may think you have not done anything, but you have changed them. It is a little bit like talking to somebody who might have a very sad face and you smile. That smile is never lost. Sending out love is never lost. So here I am with the new group. It took me a minute when you started talking for me to absorb the energy. I too have another language, but nobody would understand it. So I sit here and I speak through her in what you call the English language. If I was someone else, I would learn their language. It is not hard. It is very easy. The only thing I have to do if I go to someone else, shift my energy a little, just as you are shifting your energy when you meet. You do not carry around the higher vibration in your daily work. If you did that, you wouldn't get anything done. You may not think that. You may think you can carry the higher vibration all the time, but in your average everyday world, that is not a good idea. You have to change your energy a little to blend in and function in your daily life. The energy of someone who loves to live in the mountains and hike and loves the trees and the animals, that is so different than someone, let's say New York City or Las Vegas. Very, very different energies. And you must shift in order to survive and function in those energies. But you are advanced enough to know that you can get out of those energies and go back to where you like to be and stay there. That is, it is very refreshing for your body and your mind. Do you understand what I am saying so far?
Oh, yes, very much so.
Yes, yes. For a change, if you are in a very busy crowd, or you are in a situation where you feel you need to stay in that energy, close your eyes and say, no, I don't want to be here. Shift me like I like to live in the higher energies and see what happens. Sometimes nothing happens. Sometimes you get a little agitated, a little headache. Other times you feel like you are floating above all the other energies. And it's a little bit like if you were in a car jam and all of a sudden you raise up because you want to rest. You want to get out of this negative energy of the car jam. So you raise your vibrations. All of a sudden the car jam is cleared up and off you go. That has probably happened many times. And you have not always known what you've done, but sometimes you do know what you do. You do not have to stay in the low, low energy. No, don't go there anymore. There's too many people there already. But you don't have to go to the higher elevation when you are out among. You can find an energy that you like the most, that works for you. And you will be happy there. I too listen when I am with her and other people are around are channeling. I don't disappear. I do listen. I have connected, you might say, with some of the other entities that come down that are channeling through others. I listen. Most of the time, 99.9, I do agree. We talk, we listen, and then we leave and go back to our respective places. It is so fun to meet others. If I had not chosen to come down to the earth, if I had not chosen to pick her, I would not have met some of these beautiful beings from other places. It is hard to convince many people of all races, all ages, all religions, everything, that dying is not dying. You are released. And once you take off and you see the beauty that is out there, it is wonderful. What a relief. What a relief. Never feel sorry for anyone that has crossed over. Never. They chose that. They are doing very well. You may feel sorry for the people left behind. Oh, yes. That is a very empty spot that they have to fill. But they can do it. Now, after my little lecture, does anyone have any questions?
I actually would not mind starting. Almost since we started here this evening in our group, I have been yawning energy. I know sometimes that's me connecting and sometimes that's me clearing. I have a sense that I might be doing both.
Mm-hmm.
Can you help me understand a little bit more clearly what this movement of energy is that I'm doing?
It is both. You were correct. You were probably not relieving energy as much as you were taking on a different energy, but that was very soothing to your being. And when you start yawning, sometimes it is a clearing. It depends on what the situation is, but it's more changing your energy and softening. And the softening does not mean you are lowering your energy. In fact, you're raising your energy. And you are softening everything around you. When you start yawning, take deep breaths. Here's an exercise you can all do. Put the white light or gold light around you, whatever color. Empty your lungs. Take deep breaths in on the count of 4. Breathe in that beautiful color. If you want, you can call that color God. Hold it for 4. Release for 4. And then hold at the bottom for 4. Keep doing that until you feel, I guess you will feel a slight change, but it will be very comfortable and you will be very relaxed. Also, clear your head. Let that beautiful energy go all around you so that you are in a cocoon of beautiful, beautiful energy. Makes you feel so good. So when you start yawning, try to breathe more deeply. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, yes, very much so. It was coming in so fast and furious, though, that I didn't have time to even think about holding breaths and moving.
That is okay. That is okay. Sometimes that happens. The energy is like a big tsunami wave. And you go, what? Just relax. You won't drown. Nothing is going to happen. But when you say, oh, yes, breathe, breathe. And out, that helps a great deal. Breathe in the light of, if you want to call it God, the source, whatever. Then when you breathe out, you can let go of any negativity that you feel you have. You can release. Say, I don't want this energy. Take a hold of 4 where you're not breathing. Breathe in a beautiful light. Okay. You're releasing what you don't need. You can do that anytime. You can do it right now and see how you feel.
Thank you. I will do that shortly.
Yeah.
For a second question, if I may. I recently was having a plant medicine experience, and just as I was getting ready to kind of go under, I had seen an image of what I would say would be like geometric art. It was like triangles, multiple triangles connected together with different colors like blue, red, violet. I don't recall if there was yellow or not, but I just had a quick glimpse of it and then it disappeared. So that was one part of it. And then a couple days later, I had a dream in which, again, a flash of memory of a bank of computers, like maybe 6 to 8 of them. And they seemed like they were mostly in a row, but the last maybe outer edges seemed to maybe start to be angular. So making me think that the room was not exactly like a straight room. So I'm trying to ascertain what I was connecting with. And I have this idea in my mind that I may actually have been on a ship seeing these things.
You are correct. You were seeing things on one of the many ships out there. The waviness was basically your mind trying to comprehend what you saw. And you couldn't quite get to the straight lines. So you saw waves because that was satisfying your mind. To let you know you actually were not on the ship, but your energy was on the ship and they were giving you their energy. To actually be on the ship, well, they could take your soul on the ship, but they really don't like to do that because for some people that would kill them. For others, it would not. It would be a wonderful journey. So when you see these triangles, which are part of our, for another word, our language, we have circles, we have triangles, we have all kinds of shapes. That is our, for the want of a better word, our language. It's our symbols.
Was it Arcturian then?
It doesn't have to be Arcturian. All of the spaceships do not have letters like we do in the English language. You have many languages on Earth which are not letters, or letters that are backwards.
Correct.
So we have symbols that can be just as valuable to us. We do not need to read long papers to know what's going on. We absorb everything through our mind. We know almost instantly what is going on. So you were seeing one of the beautiful symbols. You had probably seen it before when you've been sleeping, but now you were not exactly asleep, but you were in the mode of going to sleep. So the symbol came back to you. That was a gift.
Oh, beautiful.
That was a gift. So your guides are around you. That was a gift. That symbol was probably relaxed. You are safe.
Yeah.
It would
Beautiful.
be so beautiful to see some of these symbols.
Mm.
Beautiful. And they are not flat. They are what you call 3D. So
Yes, it was stunning. It's still vivid in my mind. So
yes.
thank you so much for that additional information. I'll let the next question come up.
Yeah, so that was a gift to you. So take it and hang on and just
I'm very
you
grateful.
can either by writing or by going into meditation, ask, who sent this? What does it mean? It says to me that you are safe and trust them. You will be fine. It was a protection for you.
Oh,
You were
wow.
very lucky. Most people do not see that. So you were very lucky. Congratulate yourself.
Thank you. I felt very lucky when I received it. I really did.
Yes. Yes, they will be glad to tell you what it meant.
Thank you. I will definitely do that in meditation. My blessings to you. Thank you, Edward.
Anyone else? Are we done for the evening?
I
Someone
have
else
one.
has a question.
Yeah, I have one question.
Yes.
So I know that I have a lifetime as a six-dimensional male Arcturian named Paul, and I'm wondering if you can perhaps tap into that or provide any information about that lifetime. I haven't explored that in depth, and I may have other lifetimes as well. And I know Wendy and I in astral work with the Arcturian Council and Arcturian Healing Council. So any information that you can pick up on about any of that would be wonderful, or any messages that our connections might have for us as well.
Can you give me a moment, please, while I go back to what your life was?
Sure.
This was quite a while ago. And in terms of time, we have no time. So I cannot say how long ago because there is no time when you are out of the Earth atmosphere. It is only Earth and the people here who have time because you have a moon that goes one way and a sun that goes another, and the Earth goes another. So time makes sense. But when you were out there, there was no time. You were out there and they are telling me that you did learn a lot, but you needed to come back to Earth. And by the way, you've been here before and you will come back again for learning. There are many lessons you still have to learn. Many lessons you have learned. Hang on one moment, please. They are telling me that what you have chosen and what your guides have chosen, and some of the Arcturian guides that you had then, is that you have learned a great deal. You chose to come back to see if you could bring with you the lessons you learned when you were away. You have learned some, and you have many more lessons to learn. To try to stay with the Earth, try to teach people, send your energy out and teach. But you're not ready to move back to the Arcturians. If you choose to, no, they said no, that you cannot choose. You will come back to Earth again, maybe a couple of more times. But each time that you have between lives, you will learn more and more and more. Not from just the Arcturians, but from others. And then when you come back, you hope to bring back all that knowledge with you as a human and be a teacher again. That is what your journey was about and what you still have to learn. They're telling me that you need to open up more. So if somebody asks you a question, you think about what kind of answer should I give, but give the answer as close as you can to a high level of energy, but not scare the person. And so you can be a teacher. Sometimes you stay too enclosed in your little robe that you put around you to stay safe and be in the energy that you like. But that is really not helping you or other people. Open up a little more. Share what you know. And I think you will find you will enjoy it a lot more, and more information will come to you as you are out there. Go to a favorite spot and just listen. You don't have to meditate, but just listen. You can hear things without meditation, you know. You just have to be quiet. So you are a teacher, but you must fulfill that to really step out and really expand. You can do that. Does that feel right to you?
Yes, over this last weekend, I did get the telepathy message about being a teacher and went through an expansive experience over this past weekend. So that does resonate with me, that about, connecting with others and putting myself out there and in an open-hearted way, and, connecting through love.
Yes.
And so that definitely resonates. That's definitely something
Yes.
that has come to me recently. And so thank you very much. That's
You
wonderful.
will be much happier and you will feel very expansive once you start to open up Yes, you will find people who will think you're crazy. Ignore them. Just write them off. But for all of you, anytime you mention anything about a negative or positive energy, some people will think that person's crazy, but you know what? You have put that little seed in their thought process in their brain. They may hear it from someone else about energy. And pretty soon they're going to go, you know, I've met several people who talk about this energy. What is it? So sometimes just planting a little seed is all you need. There are plenty of cray-crays out there. Ignore them. But don't stop being a teacher. And you will do brilliantly.
Wonderful. Yeah, I definitely try to expand my energy, be aware of what energy I'm holding, and yeah, expand it outwards in a loving
Don't
way.
expand it too far. Not, you will scare people away.
Okay. Or just hold the positive
Yes,
energy.
hold the nice energy. You will always be a little, let's just say there's a straight line for third energy. Just say there's a straight line for third energy. Just, okay. And then up here's another straight line for the fourth energy. You try to go in between and find out what vibration works for you and the person you are talking to. When you have finished teaching, when you have finished talking, if you say, I want to stay in this fourth energy because I want to be relaxed, I want to take a deep breath, I want to just let go for a minute and relax. You may do that. But don't scare people by taking your energy too high and then trying to put it on them. Oh, they'll run so fast. So you may have to lower your energy once in a while to compensate for someone that's down there, but you don't stay there. You may go back up, and you will find there will be other people that you need to always stay above third because that is your survival. But just stay there, quiet, relaxed, see what happens, and you're going to get so good, you will be able to read people's energy right away. Then you can match their energy and start your teaching. Does that
Beautiful.
make sense to you?
Yes, that was brilliantly said. So thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
I know that, I guess my understanding is that this is my ascension lifetime. So will I ascend up to the fifth dimension, or will I need to come back and,
I
like you
see,
mentioned, have
no,
other?
not yet. Maybe one more,
Okay.
maybe one more lot, but it will be very different. Those people that come back one more time with a higher energy, the higher elevation, the higher knowledge, they still need to come back, and they are teachers. But they won't come back right away. They'll come back maybe in 200 years when things have changed. So when they say your last ascension, you will come back, but you will be able to pick when you want to come back. So things will be easier for you to stay in your high energy. Then everybody else will say, oh, I want what she has.
So
How did
yeah,
she
so
do
it's more
that?
of a choice as opposed to coming back to clear karmic, or ancestral.
No, it's not a choice. You will still come back. But
Okay.
in your work, you can still clear any karma that is left over.
Okay.
But you don't have to come back right away. It's all your choice. But a lot of people that have ascended and will come back maybe in 100 years when the energy of the planet is different, and they will fit in better,
Okay.
much
Yeah,
more comfortable.
that makes total sense. Okay, I will let you move on to answer anyone else's question. So
Oh, wonderful.
so Michelle, Christy, Temple, do you have a question for Edward the Arcturian?
Yeah, I'll ask a question. Thank you, Susan. How are you, Edward?
I am
Nice.
doing brilliantly. Thank you for asking.
Good. Nice to connect with you in this way. Yeah, it's been interesting listening to you, and yes, your background fascinates me really. The Arcturian race is very interesting, and the small piece of knowledge that I have while I'm here on Earth continues to take me into that depth of fascination, I would say. But my higher self is Renturus Voluntrius. He is a creator being, and he resides in the creator realm. And he's in energy. Well, he can take the physical form as well. And I'm just giving you that so you can get some insight as to where I'm coming from. When we speak about coming back into the physical after this incarnation, I have asked that question a few times to Renturus, and he has come back with the same answer, that this is my last incarnation on Earth. So being the beings that we are coming in at this time, being aware that this incarnation would have been a test. I see it as a test sometimes, not all the time. I see that, not that we are being judged in any way, but we came in to experience the experience, and in that it allows us to grow vibrationally in many ways, like, you know. So, but sometimes where I get sort of, I won't say confused, I get sort of, what would I say? Not even doubtful, like, it's like they have shown me so much. I shared some images earlier on of some of the beings that are around us, like, you know, around me, and they're allowing me to photograph them and things like that. And I've asked Renturus, and he has spoken about hybrid children, and he has spoken about family that have passed over, that are showing themselves, which they are. My family members that have passed, my mother and father and sisters, and that come back to me and allow me to see them, and that, like, you know. So I'm sort of enmeshed in all that, like, and but it's becoming more of it's coming more interesting as I move along. Like, and when I say move along, I mean on a day-to-day basis, like, because it just continues to become more exciting for me, like, where I experience an energy, a vibration, and then I sort of allow that to run through my body, and yeah, I'm happy with that. And then a few hours later, it seems to rise again, where I'm in a different place. I'm sharing the same experience with myself, but it's different in many ways, like, you know. And so I'm watching this play out, and I'm the human experience, the human part of me is trying to figure out, like, really where this is going. Like, Rentura is saying, this is your last, like, you've been down here a few times in the past, like, and elsewhere, like, to give you an idea, I asked Renturas how long I know him, and he says, you know me about 6,000 years. So in those 6,000 years, I've had many incarnations in different realms and different realities, and on Earth, like, there's been a few here. So so for me, like, I'm sort of really looking forward to going home, wherever home may be. Like, even though I'm here in the physical having this human experience, there's a longing for me to go back where sometimes I struggle to understand that, you know. So
Do you think you are a hybrid?
a hybrid, well, Renturis disclosed to me in the early stages, like, really why he was with me and what was happening to me on Earth as regards to the hybrid program. So there's a lot of hybrid children
There
from
are.
my DNA, yes. Yes, thank you. There's a lot of hybrid children from my DNA and that, like, and so he came in basically in the early stages, and that might have been about 15 years ago, just to more or less disclose really that there was a war over my soul when I incarnated into this reality, like, and that was between the dark and the light, and it played out to a point where yes, the light got involved and allowed me to more or less finish this incarnation where I am presently at the moment. Like, and at that stage, I wasn't aware of my connection to Renturus, and it was only later on that he disclosed to me because I was ready. They said we didn't reveal this to you because you weren't ready for it. So I understood that. That was okay, but it's sort of interesting now for me knowing my connection to Renturus, being here in the physical, receiving the updates that this is my last incarnation. Unless listening to you speaking, Edward, there's a possibility that I may choose to come back at a later date. I find that interesting. Really, there's no pressure on us. I never felt there was pressure on us when we passed over. I did question really the karma that we carry with us in this incarnation and the importance of clearing that up before we transition across.
You cannot clear 100% of the karma before you leave. That would be very difficult.
Yes.
The important thing is that you clear as much as you can that has made you a good human being. And
okay.
That is the important thing. Some of the karma that you don't clear is kind of inconsequential. And you can learn it when you have finally gone to the other side. But I see, this sounds very strange, that you are here as a human, but occasionally someone enters your body and from another entity, and you function as like a hybrid, and then that other entity leaves. So you get confused on, do I stay? Do I go? Who am I? Does that sort of make sense to you, how you feel?
Well, I asked that question to Renturus, really, how much of him is actually within me. Now, the last update he gave me, he said there's about 38% of me within
It's
you.
not, yes, it is less than 50.
Yeah, about 38%. And that would maybe be 2 or 3 years ago, like, and so I was impressed with that, like, and I do see there's a lot of what would I say, I shared earlier on, not with this group, but there's a lot of there's friends of mine that have passed over to the other side, and I might have shared it with this group a while ago, and they're actually coming through my eyes, like they're allowing me to see them in my pupil, so they're appearing in my pupil of my eye and in both of my eyes. And my friend actually came through there a while ago, and I shared it with this group. I think Helen, she passed over about 2 years ago. And Helen would have been the first person that I seen in my eye. And then after that, I think Helen came through just as a reassurance that everything was okay. But then after that, I'm seeing now a lot of different other beings, like, and it's only when I go to look. It mightn't happen all the time. I might have a look every few days, and I would take a photograph.
Part of what is going on is that when you see them, when you feel your entity sort of take over part of you, you are an extremely high energy, very high elevation, and you cannot stay there forever because you are also human. Humans cannot stay in the 7th, 8th energy. They'll disintegrate. They're not made for that. But humans can stay, certain humans can stay in the 5th dimension and do just fine. As time goes on with the earth, those that can't do it, they will die off. Those that can do it will gradually go to 5th, and their bodies will change. You may not see it, but they will change slightly. And your body has changed slightly on the inside. So you can allow your friend to come in to be with you, as you said, 48% of the time. That also raises your vibration so that you can see your people, your friends that have crossed over the veil. That is a very lucky thing to do, but you must be careful that you do not leave your energy there, or you won't be able to function on this Earth planet. You'll get confused, lost, slow. You won't remember things. So when you see them, say, thank you, but for now, please leave me while I can be human again so I can at least function. And if you wish to cross over, they will not take you until you are ready. You'll know when you're ready. Your soul will know when it's ready, when you have an exit point. But this is learning for you. Great, great deal of learning. Very few people on the planet can do that now. They are getting more and more and more because they are raising their vibration and they want to leave. They don't like it here. Some ways, I don't blame them. But in other ways, it is a very nice place. It is a place of learning. This planet of yours is a place of learning. Take advantage of the learning so that when you do cross over, you've got that knowledge. So are you coming back next time? That will be up to you. Don't let your friend say, this is your last one. That will be up to you. And then if you say, no, I want to go down one more time, but I want to do this, 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 then think about it. Choose what time and ask your guides and your angels. Everybody has two angels that stay with them. Ask your guide, am I ready? You may not come down for 200 years. Then you may turn around and come down in 50. That is up to you, but nobody is forcing you to do anything. But if you feel like these entities are sort of taking over, sit quietly, listen to them, do some meditation, do the breathing exercise. And then if you say, you're going to have to leave me now so I can get up and at least pay my bills and go to the grocery store, then you can always go back. But do not assume that you are not coming back. It is a choice. When you go over there, you may say, whew, done with that. I'm not going back. I'm going to go over here to this planet. That is fine. That is fine. You may do whatever you want. When your friends come to visit, tell them thank you. Be with them for a while, but please don't stay there. It is harmful to your body. Just say, thank you for seeing me. I really appreciate it. Can you go now so I can rest? And you are almost at the point where you can call them back whenever you want. You're so close. Sit down quietly and ask your friend, okay, come in with me. And then after you get the love you need, after you get the attention you need, say, okay, please leave. Because it's very hard on your body. Can you feel how hard it can be on your body?
I feel I am constantly jumping timelines.
Yes, please do not do that.
Yeah,
not right now anyway.
Okay, yeah.
It's
no, but
try to stay centered because it's much easier on your body, and you will on a daily basis you will function better. Then you can sit down and say, come on in, I'd like to talk to you. And then after a while you say, would you please leave? I need to rest.
Yeah.
You are almost there where you can control it. Don't let them control you.
No, I actually sense, Edward, that I am in control, and I sense I won't use the word authority, but like I'm quite particular when it comes to connecting. And to be quite honest with you, I am always connected. I don't think there is a disconnection to the beings from other realms. If it's not Renturus, Volantrius, there is other energies popping in. If it's not
Think-
loved ones who have passed
Think
over.
of it as turning the heat down or high on your cooking machines that you have. Do you want the flame or the electricity too high or too low? If it's on low, it's still connected, but you can turn
Yes,
it up.
yes,
Yes, so do that. No, you're right. You are never disconnected, but do not turn it up to full blast. Please tell them you
yeah,
must rest. The more you rest, the more you, I'm going to say take charge. That is the best word I can think of. You will actually do better and you will feel better.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you are not 100% in charge. They are talking to me going, I want to come in whenever I want to come in. I'm going to go,
Thank
you.
no, you cannot. You must be
Yeah.
invited in.
yeah, definitely.
Thank you
yeah.
so very much.
I really have enjoyed this meeting with you. This has been unique and different from some of the other ones that I get to talk to. So thank you very much. And I will say namaste to you.
Namaste to you, Edward, and we will chat again in future occasions. Thank you again so much to Maureen for allowing you to come through and working with her and with us today. It's been a blessing. Namaste.
Thank you.
Welcome
Ugh.
back. That was, yeah, it started to get pretty deep there. And I thought, oh, I could just see, like, I could see you physically starting to change, even though I could see his energy was like, oh, we could just go all night. But I was like, oh, I think
Well,
I'm just
he
gonna, like,
might be able to go
interrupt
all night, but I
you.
can't.
Right. We
Yeah.
still have our physical limitations. It's just a thing. It's just a thing.
Well, I hope you got what you wanted, but as you can see, he doesn't waste words if he can find the right word. Otherwise, he'll tell you as it is.